Lesson 10, Making a Zine. This is week 2 of this project. Here's the lesson overview for this week. So this is what's due on Monday, June 8th. If you're completing these assignments on time, you get 10 points automatically. Then you're going to enter a picture of your sketches for your zine on slide 4. I'll show you how to do that. And 2 to 3 finished pages of your zine on slide 5. It's the same performance-based objective from last week. Students will be able to create a zine using words and illustrations in order to showcase a defining moment from their 8th grade year. So as a reminder, this is what we talked about last week. We went over what a zine is. So a zine is a self-published mini magazine. They come in many different sizes, styles, and cover all sorts of topics. It would be great if you haven't done lesson 9 yet. This is a good time to go back and do that first. On the right, you'll see a bunch of examples that I included in last week's video. So zines can cover any topic you would want. Here's how to make a popsicle, my survival guide to middle school, and how to eat sushi. So last week we brainstormed topics. You filled out a brainstorming worksheet, and then you kind of planned out your zine using this template over here. I wanted to show you a couple cool examples I found on the internet of zines. This one says, if you love space, don't colonize it. A primer for Elon Musk. So Elon Musk is the inventor of Teslas. And he has like this plan to go to space. Anyway, I thought it was really cool how this artist used pages or pictures from the internet or patterned paper in the background and then put her own writing on top. And then she used stickers over here and cut things out so it's like a little bit of a collage. Another important thing to know is that zines have been used as a tool for activism for a long time. So in light of what is going on in our city and our country right now, I thought it would be a good idea to open this project up. If you don't want to do a zine about something that happened in your 8th grade year, if you're feeling like this is what you want to talk about, these protests and police brutality, if you want to talk about another social justice issue that means something to you, you can also make a zine about that. On the left here, this is a zine called Colonization and Decolonization. And it's about the colonization of the Americas, how Europeans came over, settled on Native American land, and what we can do today to give that space back to Native Americans. On the right, we have a zine that discusses racial bias in traffic stop policing and the negative outcomes of policies like traffic stops for Black youth. So this zine talks about how racial bias plays into police policies and how that affects young Black people. So your assignment this week is to start your zine. Use your zine template from last week to help you plan. These are the materials you're going to need for this week's assignment. You're going to need one piece of plain paper, a pencil, maybe a pen, and scissors or an X-Acto knife, and your idea. So you can use the idea you had originally, or if you want to cover a social justice issue that means a lot to you, you can do that. So this is what you're going to do this week. You're going to look over your zine template from last week. Then you're going to fold your little piece of paper into your zine. I'm going to show you how to do that. Next, you're going to sketch out all of the pages with a pencil, and then decorate 2 to 3 pages of your book. You don't need to finish this whole project this week. This is a multi-week project, so you can take your time, just do 2 to 3 pages for now. Okay, we're going to watch this video on how to fold our piece of paper into a zine.
Zine making! It's so much fun! All you need is one single piece of printer paper, 8.5 by 11 inches. With this, you can make an 8-page zine, believe it or not. So, how you ask? It starts with folding. Fold the paper hot dog way. Open it back up. Oh, that hot dog was so good, but I'm really hungry for a hamburger now. Good thing I made a barbecue. Now, it gets a little trickier from here. You gotta fold in the sides to that center line you've just created with your hamburger fold. Open everything back up. And one more time with the hamburger fold. Now we're gonna take our friends, the scissors, and cut a little slit on the folded edge right to the middle. Open it back up, saying hello to our friend the hot dog one more time. Stand it up on its end and squish it together, then fold all the pages together. And you have the skeleton of your 8-page zine. Now it's time to draw. For drawing, you gotta open the whole thing back up again. And make sure you have a solid idea of which pages are which. Let's make a zine about shoes. Zine making is awesome stuff. 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 Once you're done drawing whatever you want, truly, literally, anything you want, that's the beauty of a zine. All you gotta do is prop it back up again, squish it in the middle, and close it up so that your front cover is in the front. Then you can flip through. Shoes are a good thing to have.
Alright, so you can watch the rest of that video if you want, but I'm going to stop it there because that's all you really need to know for now. So you're going to fold your little booklet together, crease the edges, and then you're going to unfold it to do your sketch. So remember, you're going to use a pencil and sketch out each of your pages. So here's my example of slide 4 of your PowerPoint. You are going to sketch out each of the pages of your zine. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, these are sketches. And then you are going to insert the photo onto slide 4. And here's my example of slide 5 of your PowerPoint. So once you do your sketch, finish 2 or 3 of the pages of your zine. So here you see I added color. I made sure all the text was really legible, and I outlined it all in pen. And I just made sure it looked really finished, like it looked intentional. If you feel like you get the project, you're good, you're ready to go, you can turn off the video now and get started. If you need a little more help, want to see me walk through the entire process, keep watching. Here's where I fold my paper into the little booklet. You'll see I'm following the same steps as the video I showed you before. So remember, you're making one cut to the center of the paper when it's folded from the folded edge, not from the open edge. Remember, when you unfold your booklet, the pages are going to be out of order and some are going to be upside down. So the best thing to do is mark which is the front cover the intro page, first page, second page, etc. with a pencil before you unfold the booklet. Open your booklet up and start sketching out all of the pages. You'll see here I started with the cover page, but if you don't want to start with the cover page, that's fine. You can start wherever you want. So you'll see that I'm using just a pencil and I'm sketching out what I want on every page. This can always change. You can make mistakes, you can change your mind, whatever you need to do. Once you're happy with your pages, you can start decorating 2 to 3 pages of your zine. So you don't need to do the whole thing this week, just 2 to 3 pages. You'll see I'm using a pen to go over my pencil marks. That makes it look a little more finished, but you can use whatever materials you want. Remember, you can use collage, markers, pens, pencils, watercolor, whatever you have at home. And finally, this is where I start coloring in my 3 pages. I'm using markers, but you can use whatever you have. Watercolor, crayon, colored pencil, anything works. Also, if you want to do these pages all collage, that works too. You could find letters to cut out of magazines. Alright, and here are my first 3 pages of my zine. So I folded my book back up, there's the cover, there's the intro, and there's the first page. Now these pages I'll do next week.